Sebastian Martinez, MMA Nit here in Stockholm for UFC on Fox 14, where Neil Seery kicks off the event facing Chris Beal. Neil, you're fighting here in Sweden, and not just in Sweden, but in the second biggest MMA show in the world for this event. What kind of status do you feel out bringing? Are you feeling pressure, or is it all good?
I know it's all good. You know, I put a big smile on my face, go out there and fight. You know, it's unbelievable. It's what your dreams are made of. Who wouldn't want to fight here? Look out there, like who wouldn't want to fight? You know, it's brilliant. It's what you live for, really, isn't it?
Well, in all fairness, you're usually seen with a smile on your face, though. So yeah. Now, in your UFC debut, you know, you took it on short notice. It was a very tough fight, but I think a lot of people gave you praise because your performance was very strong despite the loss. You followed up with a very strong victory over Phil Harris. Do you feel like you're back in your groove, you're ready to continue this win streak, and you've got what it takes?
Yeah, I definitely believe I've got what it takes to compete with anybody in the flyweight division. You know, I'm a tough fighter for anybody in that division. Obviously, I've got good power, you know, I've got good cardio, you know, so I'm a dangerous fighter for anybody, you know.
Now, you've also pretty much all Irish fighters are known for their boxing. We know you've got some great boxing. We've seen it on display before. We asked Beal about it, and he said he's very excited to test your boxing against his. Yeah.
Lovely. That suits me down to the ground. You know, I get tested with pro boxers every single week, you know, so I don't think he's going to trouble me that much, you know. But we'll see who has the better boxing and better chin when it comes down to it.
Do you feel like you have a bit of an advantage in the stand-up?
Yeah, well, you know, like I switched. I can trouble fighters because I switch stance a lot, you know. I switched to southpaw and back to orthodox, and it confused a lot of fighters, you know. But obviously I've never been rocked, I've never been put away, I've never been knocked out, you know, so I don't see Beal having the power to trouble me, you know. I know he has a nice flying knee for his highlight reel, but the minute he goes to throw that, I'm running. I'm out of there, you know, so it should be great for a good fight.
Some people are sort of describing this fight as young potential versus experience. Do you look at it in a way like that?
No, not really. No, I just go out there and just fight my fight. You know, it doesn't really faze me whether Chris is up and coming fighter or stuff like that, or whether he's been around a long time. You know, he's 10-0. He's obviously undefeated. You know, he was a big bantamweight. He's coming down. He's going to be even bigger flyweight. I think his gas tank. I don't think his gas tank is going to affect too much. You know, so I think it's going to be a high-paced fight. You know, and we'll see who has the better chin on the night.
Now, you guys are kicking off the undercard, first fight of the event. What message do you have to the fans to make sure that they're going to be here from the beginning?
It's going to be one of them who doesn't want to see a stand-up war? You know, I know we're only midgets, but midgets rule. You know, when it comes to fighting, you know. So who's not going to want to see that? You know, like he's an undefeated fighter. I'm a serious power in my hands. You know, he's good. He says he's good to stand up and have a good war. You know, so come Saturday night, you'll tune in because it's going to be a good fight.
I think midgets rule is my favorite quote of the day so far. And I'd say it's a perfect way to end it on. This was Sebastian Martinez, MMA Nit, here with Neil Seery, aka Midgets Rule, who faces Chris Beal at UFC on Fox 14. Neil, thank you very much. Always a pleasure.
Thanks, man.